Focus on the future. What will happen next? What will happen in your life? What will happen on planet Earth? There's one book that speaks very clearly about all of that, and that book is the Bible. And the greatest prophet there has ever been is Jesus Christ, and he speaks about that future. There's a beautiful chapter in the New Testament, Matthew 24, where he sums up all the things that will happen to planet Earth before he comes in glory. He's speaking on wars, rumors of wars, martyrdom, earthquakes, famine, lawlessness. He's speaking about a dark period that will come over the planet that has never been there, and after that never will be there again. But he has two positive signs in Matthew 24. One is that the gospel of the kingdom will be preached to all the nations, and then the end of this phase of world history would be there. And today it's happening through powerful radio and television stations in all the languages of the world, hundreds of hours each day. It's happening. And Jesus says, when that happens, when the gospel of the kingdom is being preached to the ends of the earth, then we're almost there. But he mentioned a second sign. He also said, watch the fig tree. What did he mean by that? It's a symbol for the nation of Israel. He says, when you see that that nation is coming back to life, it seems as if it's almost totally extinct. There's no life left. Murdered throughout the ages, 6 million killed in the Holocaust in Europe. But over the centuries they were killed by the thousands and thousands, especially in the lands of Christendom. Jews in the last 2,000 years were better off in the lands of Islam than they were in the lands of Christianity. But Jesus says, when you see they're almost finished, and today there are only 15 million Jews left in the whole world after all the massacres of the ages. But he says, when you see them come back to life, when you see the fig tree getting new leaves and new branches, then you must understand that the kingdom of God is right at hand. We are looking today at a miracle. You and I are the generation that sees the return of the Jewish people of Israel back to the promised land. Since 65 years, over 65, the nation of Israel is there. It started in 1948, and we see prophecy being fulfilled right before our eyes. Let's turn to one of the prophecies of the Old Testament in Isaiah 43. There God says by mouth of the prophet Isaiah to Israel, do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bring your children from the east and gather you from the west. And when you hear east and west in the Bible, of course you have to put your feet in Jerusalem, in Israel, and then look on the map of the world to the east and to the west and to the north and to the south. So here, 2,500 years ago, God says, I will bring your children from the east, from the Middle East and from the Far East. And I will gather you from the west, and the west is Europe. And we've seen them come, almost like skeletons from the concentration camps of Europe. I will say to the north, give them up. And the north, of course, is Russia, the former Soviet Union. And we've seen them come. The Iron Curtain collapsed in order that the Jews could come out back to the promised land, back to Israel. And to the south, do not hold them back. And the south is Africa. We've seen them come from Ethiopia, from other parts of Africa. They're coming already for over 100 years. The fig tree is coming back to life. And Jesus says, if you see that happen, then you must understand that the kingdom of God is right at hand.